Your timeline has ended.
If you haven't watched that video, go watch that video. Real quick, I'm going to share my perspective of what I felt from that video. We level up in life. We want to do better for ourselves. And when you level up and you go through a transformation process, that old time, you leave an old timeline and you level up and you start a new life on a new timeline, and you have new opportunities, you meet new people, yada, yada, yada. The list goes on, right? And you drop your old titles. Like for me, I left a marriage. That was my old timeline. I'm no longer a wife, right? I'm no longer Gabby that's in the music, that does anything with music. All of that is left behind. That is the old Gabby. That is my old life. I leveled up. And sometimes people don't grow with you and you have to leave them behind. And that goes for your spouse, that goes for your parents, that goes for your siblings, and sadly, even your children. Because we are all here to have an experience in life. I'm not saying to drop these people out of your life, like your kids and your parents and stuff, but sometimes they can't, and they won't understand you when you level up, and you can't bring them with you, and you can't force them to come with you. So you gotta leave them where they are, and you got to allow them to live their life and figure out their life. They're here for their purpose. They have their own purpose. They have their own lessons to go through. And I know you always want to save them and help them, but sometimes by doing that, you're hindering their growth. Now, I'm not saying don't help your kids. Don't get it twisted. Help your kids. Be a parent. Give them advice. Love them. But you also got to allow them to learn some lessons in life. You got to allow life to life them, teach them. Because life is rough and you're not always going to be here. So they need to know how to survive in the real world without you here. So you got to allow the real world to hit sometimes, right? But that video is talking about transformation from the inside out and leveling up in life. It's soul growth. That's what he's talking about. So your timeline ended, your old timeline ended. And when that happens and you move on with your life to something else, a different opportunity, a different version of you, a lot of the people that you knew on that other timeline, they fade away. It's like they die, but they don't. And, some people will get mad at you and they'll beef with you and they'll say mean things to you because you're not the person you were when they met you. And you're not supposed to be. Everything on this earth is evolving. Even Earth herself is evolving. Everything evolves. Everything's like this, and it evolves. It's like a spiral. We're meant to change. We're not meant to stay still. We're not meant to stay stagnant. We're not meant to be the same. The point of being here is to have an experience. And you can't have experiences if you refuse to have an experience and you stay stagnant. If you bed rot, you stay in your house and you stay a hermit. I mean, maybe that's your lesson, but that's for you to figure out. And when you're trying to grow in life and do things to better yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, you have to get out and about. And you can't bring people with you because you can't force people to change. And it's sad. That's why this journey of knowing yourself, it's really lonely, because you got to let go of people from your old timeline, but you'll meet new people. At first, they won't be like the old people, and you're going to really, really miss the old people. But everything changes. And sometimes old people meet you on the journey because they catch up, because you're a catalyst for change. But go watch that video, because I just came at the perfect, I got court today, divorce court. And I was like, damn, this video came up like I needed to hear that message. That was like the confirmation that I needed to hear. My old timeline ended. On to a different version of my life, a different chapter. Not even a different chapter. I think I'm on a different book in my life. Yeah. Go watch that guy's video, because I don't know. Something about what he said just hit. Maybe it will do the same for you.